I've arrived in Holland, the sun is shining, but before we do any fishing, I'm gonna head in here and grab some maggots. I've come all the way from England without any, and my rule of thumb is you never go fishing without any. So quickly in here, grab some maggots, then straight down the lake. I cannot wait to get started. Is it possible to get some maggots, please?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you very much. You don't have red in Holland, do you?
No,
no.
It's
Is
not
it
allowed.
illegal?
No.
This is a crazy rule. What do you have? White?
The white ones.
Just white?
The big ones and the small ones.
I have some big white ones, please.
Okay, no
big
problem.
White ones.
How much do you want?
Well, I think you'll get a pint in there.
Yes,
Perfect.
no problem.
Perfect, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe I've travelled all the way from England without any maggots. Luckily, Marco's taken me straight to this brilliant tackle shop, and yeah, they've got a maggot fridge, which could be my saviour. I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve over the next couple of days. Going to do some zigging, some floater fishing, try and get some fish feeding in the edge, but I really don't like leaving home without some decent quality maggots. Thank you, fella.
A good catch.
Hopefully, hopefully. It's like a massive crucian.
Looks like it.
I don't think it's a real carp, is it? Awesome! It's a very, very peculiar looking common. It's a little bit like dog food. So like what dog biscuits, what the dog would eat.
En dat eten de vissen dan?
And then this one here is a really small pellet called riser pellet. And they love this one, this tiny little one.
Oh nee, nee, dat is voor de vissen.
He'll be alright.
Maakt niet uit. Oké, spugen. Spugen.
I'm not sure he's a true king carp. Very, very beautiful fish, but it looks to me like he's crossed with some kind of brown goldfish / crucian. But yeah, really made out with him, really nice fish, lovely battle, and there's a few more feeding out there. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and catch myself a nice scaly mirror. What's really important now, you know, if you only want to catch one fish, great, get it out, you know, have your picture, etc, etc. But if you're trying to build up a bit of a hit, you know, or catch multiple fish, it's really important I get some food straight back out there. So another drift of the riser pellet, a few more of the slicker floaters, just to keep them up and feeding, because the moment you stop feeding them, they could just drift right back into these snags or disappear back out into the lake. It's really important you keep that food going in. Conversely, it's also really important you don't put too much in, because if I overfeed them, putting out pouch after pouch after pouch, especially with this wind, I could very easily drag every single fish down into that bottom corner. And this style of fishing, you know, using the riser pellets, using the floaters, you need to sort of use the wind to your advantage. The wind's a good thing. A lot of people would look at this and go, oh, it's too windy for floater fishing. I actually like it because it allows you to make the bait cover a larger surface area. You put it in one point and then it drifts across the lake. Hopefully you're picking fish up along the way. So I'm just catapulting it up at the wind and letting it drift down over where the fish are. If the wind's a real big issue, today it's not too bad, you know, but if it was any worse and the fish were up in the upper layers and stuff, just add more oil, some hemp oil, some salmon oil, even, you know, the Scope Good food dips and stuff, they're oil based as well. Anything just to flatten off the surface of the water, and you can sort of see it a little bit there now. It's a little bit calmer in that run down where the bait is in comparison to everything else. I'm going to hook him in the net and make another cast, I think. Result! Literally just wandered down here. I've been sort of keeping an eye on this bit of water. It's much calmer, and I've been putting some bait out every sort of 10-15 minutes, and there isn't anywhere near the number of fish that there are up there, but it's just a bit more calmer. You know, you can control the float better, you can mend the line better, keeping more direct contact, the wind's not hacking across, and yeah, it was a lot quicker to get a bite down here, even though there's probably a fraction of the amount of fish. Just my presentation's better, and that's very important whenever you control a float fishing or using a bolt machine, that you try and stay in direct contact with it, because you know you're setting the hook. Yes, there are some bigger bolt machines, some very large ones that you can use to aid hooking and stuff, but really to get the best out of this style of fishing you need to be very much concentrating on the hook bait, you know, watching for those lips coming up and actually striking. So when it's nice and flat and calm like this, you can just stay much more in control. So yeah, really nice old looking common to add to my mirror. I think it's probably time to get some pictures done, get off to the next lake. Well, what a great couple of hours down at this club lake. Thoroughly enjoyed it. As I said earlier, it's my first proper floater session of the year. There's nothing more rewarding than drifting those riser pellets, getting a bolt machine out and watching them take the hook bait. Result. Gorgeous little mirror. Soft hookable floater, dead simple fishing, not messing around with hair rigs or anything like that. Very fast, very rapid, and most importantly, I'm matching what I'm feeding. Absolutely brilliant. It's time to hit the road. Let's go to the next lake. Well, would you believe it? I've just turned up at the third lake of the day and Freak's gone and bagged an absolute banger. We're going to do the night here and I'll be made up, mate, if I could catch one as beautiful as this.
We could catch another couple
You think?
nice ones.
Mate,
I
well
guess so.
done. He's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, nice calls, isn't it?
And how long you been down for? Not long.
1 hour.
Big
maximum.
ups, man.
Yes.
Can't wait.
just lost one. That's fishing. Yeah, very quiet night. Got here on dark, put a couple of rods out, fished one over the Scopex squid mix that I knocked up yesterday. Very short hook link with a slip D and a cultured hook bait on, and then the other one on a gyro rig with a Scopex squid pop up. Much longer rig, just flicking a few freebies around it. And it's that rod that's gone this morning. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, felt like a good fish, but yeah, at least the sun's come back up again. Gonna get packed up now, gonna move across to another really big lake, full of weed, really clear, and do a bit more sort of stalking, floater fishing, and probably some zig fishing. Yeah, really excited. As I said, it's gonna be another glorious day. I'm gonna get the last rod reeled in, get on the road, and get off to the other lake.
So I've got my barrel all packed up. I don't really want to leave, to be fair, but we've got other places to go and things to see. But well done, mate, another absolute stunner.
Yeah, nice linear.
Very young fish.
Yes.
You think it's been stocked recently?
Yeah, last year we had a couple of these ones, some real special ones.
Wait till you see this when he's 5 kilos or 10 kilos or 15 kilos. Mega carp. Well done, buddy. Really nice to see you.
Cheers, mate.
I'm going to go zigging. You enjoy the rest of your session. I'll see you again soon.
Yes.
Big ups, bro. Well done, man. So we've arrived at the third lake of the day, and yeah, there was a few fish milling around in this back bay. I put a few riser pellets out, put a few floaters, but Marco really believes that the way to catch these fish is fishing the zigs and fishing the slop over the top of it. So next plan of action, get my spod rod out, prepare a mix up, probably try and find an area that's not so heavily weedy, position some zigs, wrap them up around the sticks, and just gently trickling over the top some slop and some spod. Let's do this. It's all panic stations at the moment. There's a few out there, they are taking. I'm just introducing the Scopex squid, riser pellet and 11mm slicker floaters. It's probably more than likely I'm going to have to fish zigs. Firstly, the wind's chopping and changing between directions, which makes, you know, controlling the float very difficult. Like I explained yesterday, when I moved up to that flat calm area of water, you can mend your line nice and easily and stay in direct contact. I can't today. Plus the fish are very cagey, and I think potentially a static hook bait on a zig just sitting there laying on the surface 8, 10, 12 centimetres, that's going to be the one. But when I can see them like this, all I want to do is fish for them. So at the moment I've got a bolt machine rod out, I'm just topping up the swim every once in a while, monitoring the wind with the riser pellets and the floaters, and yeah, there's some big fish out there and it would be real nice to catch one. These have been off again. Alan's been back in the lake. Yeah, because of the wind chopping and changing directions all the time, a couple of the spoms actually drifted down onto this bank. The wind's actually going down the other way, but it swung around for a little while. Anyway, while I was sort of getting the, well actually I'm not going to lie, I still haven't got any of the spod gear ready, zig gear ready. But while I was sort of watching the water and carrying on feeding the riser pellets, I started to hear a few fish down on this margin. I've crept round with the sawn off. They're only small carp, there was a group of about 5 or 6. But yeah, I've caught a real nice leathery looking character.
They're actually taking a little bit further down now, so I'm going to unhook him, leave him in the net, and just have a quick look down there, see if we can get another quick bite. Oh, I really had to work incredibly hard for that bite, and what a cracking little carp it is. It's got one very bizarre scale here that folds over onto the other side, never seen that before, and just two down here on its belly. Other than that, he's almost a leather. Really, really rewarding. I could have sat in one swim all day today and potentially not caught anything, but by staying very active, looking for opportunities and moving around with the sawn off and stuff, I have managed to get my first bite of the day. There's definitely some bigger ones out there, but they're really not up for it. But that doesn't mean I'm quitting. I'm gonna have another go now. Definitely one of the greatest feelings in the world. Getting in the lake with them, hunting them, hooking them, watching them take the bait, and then an epic battle in clear water. This is why I love fishing. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well, after that little mirror, I went back and got some size 8 floater claws, just because you get a bite much faster if you fish a single bait as opposed to a double. Really good hook hold, he was never coming out. But yeah, it's a dead simple setup. Just £10 NXT Zig Flow, a little floater claw, and that soft hookable floater which matches those freebies perfectly. What a lovely carp. Wow, that makes me so happy. As I said when I was in the water, there's no greater feeling than getting in the lake with them. Yeah, I've got waders in the van, but it's a lovely day, and yeah, I managed to get really close to them, and yeah, good battle, great fun, proper made up. Well, that brings us to a close at this lake. Didn't have any luck on the adjustable zigs, but to be fair, I only gave it a couple of hours. Did manage to nick one more bite on the soft hookable floaters with a sawn off, just going around hunting them. See a couple of really big commons, but this one got in the way and took the hook bait. Not going to complain. It's time to get going now. I'm going to go and do a talk for some local kids, a little bit about myself, my fishing, rigs and bait, before doing a night on a Dutch canal, and I cannot wait for that. Well, talk about by the skin of your teeth, as we'd say. I think we're up to 8 bream now. Almost a completely sleepless night, but I've had a lovely time. Beautiful meal with Marco last night to end our trip. And yeah, to be fair, I was still going to go home happy. Had a great couple of days, stalking with a sawn off, fishing with the flicker floaters and the riser pellets with the bolt machines. Bit more stalking yesterday, had a go at the zigging, didn't really give it long enough because I was too busy stalking. And then a great night last night on the canal, albeit only a lot of Dutch bream to show for my efforts. Until now. I've hooked a carp, please let me get this one in. What an epic way to end 2 days in Holland. Big ups. Simply awesome. What a great way to end. Mad buzzing. I've got to get back to England now. My gear's not packed up. There's a strong possibility I'm going to miss my crossing. Do I care? Hell no. I've had the loveliest of times.